Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, so think about today's social media world, right? It's noisy.
So much noise, quick hits, perfect-looking posts everywhere.
Exactly. But there's this one corner, this one tool that, well, it offers something genuinely different, something more real.
And that's Instagram Live. We're going to talk about that today. It's been around, sure, but using it well. That's the thing.
Right. Not just talking at people.
No, it's about really connecting,
Yeah.
building that, rapport, driving actual engagement. That's where the real potential
For
is.
sure. And you've given us a great starting point, all these sources, guides, expert advice. So our mission here is to dive into all that material you've gathered,
Mm-hmm.
cut through the overload, pull out the absolute must-know insights, the strategies you could actually use like right away.
Yeah, we want you to finish listening and feel like, okay, I get how to make live work for me now, kind of distilling it all down.
And speaking of making things work, sometimes, alongside getting your content right, just getting seen initially is a hurdle.
Yeah, that initial visibility boost.
Right. And just so you're aware, there are resources out there like rapidboost.net. They focus on helping boost social media profiles, increase visibility.
Worth knowing about.
Yeah, it can be like a complementary step if you're looking at your overall growth strategy. So rapidboost.net, check it out if that sounds useful.
It's good to know all the options available, definitely.
Okay, so back to the sources. There was this one statistic, it really stood out to me. Instagram's own numbers say people spend 3 times longer watching live video compared to pre-recorded stuff.
Wow, 3 times.
Yeah. So why? What is it about live that grabs and holds attention like that?
That's a huge point the sources kept coming back to.
Yeah.
And it really boils down to, well, authenticity
Hmm.
and that immediacy.
Like it feels less planned?
Exactly. It's unscripted, or at least it feels that way. It can be a bit raw, it just humanizes you or your brand way more than a perfectly edited video can.
Yeah, you feel like you're actually there in that moment. And because it's happening right now, people can actually talk back.
Right. Direct communication. Viewers aren't just watching passively. They can type in the chat, ask questions, send reactions. It's a proper conversation.
A two-way street happening in real time.
And then there's the platform itself. Instagram, the sources all agree on this, tends to boost live content.
Oh, yeah. How so?
Well, it often gets that prime spot right at the beginning of the stories feed while you're live. So discoverability gets a big bump.
Ah, okay. Makes sense. Plus, there's that feeling of like, you might miss out if you're not there.
Totally. That sense of urgency. It's an event. You have to tune in live to get the full experience, the interaction. The replay's good, but it's not quite the same buzz.
Mm-hmm.
So you put all that together, the realness, the interaction, the algorithm helping out, the urgency, it becomes this powerful catalyst
Catalyst for what exactly?
for conversation, connection, building loyalty.
Mm.
The sources really frame it as a way to stand out from just, the endless scrolling.
Okay, that definitely makes a strong case for why you should do it. But let's be real, hitting that go live button can be nerve-wracking.
Oh, for sure.
Nobody wants dead air, or worse, like their internet cutting out. The sources hammer home preparation, but how do you prep for something that's meant to be spontaneous? Seems like a contradiction.
It does, right. But it's about finding that balance. Preparation isn't about writing a movie script. It's about setting up a solid framework so you can be spontaneous without, well, falling flat.
Okay, so what does that framework look like?
First up, goals. What's the actual point of this specific live? Is it an FAQ session,
Yeah.
a product launch, an interview? You need clarity there.
Right, and knowing who you're talking to.
Crucial.
Yeah.
Your audience. What do they actually care about? When are they usually online? This is where your Instagram insights are, like gold dust, according to the guides.
Using that data so you're not just guessing. And then, what about timing?
Consistency helps build anticipation. The sources suggest scheduling regular lives if you can, maybe like a weekly Q&A or something. It trains your audience.
And you have to tell people about it, obviously.
Oh, absolutely. Promote it. Don't
Right.
just whisper about it an hour before. Use those countdown stickers in stories, make feed posts, send DMs, maybe even mention it in your newsletter.
And collaborations came up.
Yeah, big time. Going live with someone else is a huge promo tactic mentioned. You tap into their audience instantly, potentially double your reach right there.
Smart. Okay, what about the tech side, the practical stuff?
Keep it simple but stable. Get a tripod or just prop your phone securely. Good lighting, non-negotiable. Natural light is best, but a ring light is a solid investment.
Test everything first.
Please test everything. Internet, sound, lighting, glitches just kill the vibe. And yeah, have some notes, some bullet points maybe, but embrace the spontaneity within that structure. Don't read from a script.
Got it. Bullet points, not a novel. So you're prepped, tech is checked. What do you actually do during live? What kind of content works best? The sources had ideas, right? All focused on interaction.
Interaction is the name of the game. That's
Yeah.
the thread through all the sources. Q&As or AMAs, Ask Me, anythings are like the classic for a reason.
Because people get their specific questions answered.
Exactly. And if you ask for questions before the live, you guarantee you have material. Plus, actually saying someone's username when you answer, that personalization goes a long way.
Nice touch. What else? Behind the scenes stuff.
Always popular. Show your workspace, how something gets made, a day-in-the-life snapshot. For products, think unboxings, demos, tutorials. But ask viewers what they want to see you demo.
Makes it interactive again.
Right. Introduce your team, maybe. Makes it more human. Collaborations, like we mentioned, bringing on guests, influencers, even happy customers. Instagram split screen makes that easy.
What about building buzz? Like for a launch?
Perfect use case for live. Announce new products or features exclusively there. Creates that urgency, that insider feeling. Maybe offer a special discount just for live viewers.
Or a giveaway?
Yeah. Comment below right now to enter. That gets people engaging immediately.
Streaming real-time events, panels, celebrating milestones. Okay, lots of ideas. But it always comes back to getting people involved. How do you actively manage that engagement while you're live? Comments can fly by fast.
They really can. This is where the sources get tactical. Start strong. Greet people as they join. Introduce yourself quickly. Outline the plan. Ask an easy opening question. Where's everyone tuning in from? What are you hoping to learn? Gets the chat moving.
And keep prompting them.
Yep. Gently remind people to use the chat or the question sticker. And then, crucially, respond. Address questions live. Call out usernames. Great question, Sarah. It makes people feel acknowledged.
Use the platform features too.
Definitely. Pin a really good question or important comment to the top so everyone sees it. Maybe even invite a viewer to join you on screen for a minute using the guest feature. Polls and quizzes are easy wins too. Tap the heart if you agree.
Little things to keep people clicking and involved. Incentives too.
Yeah, maybe offer shout-outs, mention exclusive downloadable content for attendees, encourage sharing, make it feel reciprocal.
And keeping your own energy up seems key.
Totally. Read comments, react in real time. If it lulls, have a backup question ready or shift to your next point.
Good tip. And inclusivity.
Important point in the sources. Welcome latecomers with a quick recap. Describe visuals for anyone just listening. Think about auto captions, avoid jargon, or explain it if you use it.
What about trolls or negative comments?
The advice is pretty consistent. Use the moderation tools Instagram provides. Block, restrict, hide comments. Don't feed the trolls. Stay positive and focus on the constructive engagement.
Okay, makes sense. So the live stream ends, you hit end broadcast, but it's not really over, is it? What comes next according to the sources?
Right. The live stream has an afterlife. Remember that algorithmic boost. Lives often stay prominent in the story circles for a bit. So during the live, encourage people to turn on notifications for your future ones.
Ah, good call. And definitely save the replay, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Save it. You can share it to your profile grid. Maybe used to go to IGTV, but now it's more integrated. The key advice is, edit out any long pauses or dead air at the start. Create a compelling cover image and update the caption. Add highlights, key takeaways, and a call to action like link in bio or DM us your questions.
And then repurpose it.
This is where you get serious mileage, a huge theme in the sources. Don't just let the replay sit there. Trim short, engaging clips for reels or stories. Turn key moments into feed posts. Take the Q&A insights and spin them into a blog post, a newsletter, maybe even share snippets on LinkedIn or Twitter.
Get maximum value from that one live session. Smart. And then analyze.
Yes. Look at your Instagram insights. How many views? What was the peak number of concurrent viewers? How many comments? What was the engagement rate? Get the data.
But also ask people directly.
Yeah, don't just rely on metrics. Use stories, polls, or a feed post after the live. Ask, what did you enjoy most? What topics should we cover next? Use that feedback loop to improve.
There was that case study mentioned, right? At the
Yeah.
home team.
Yeah, great example. Real estate team. They started doing consistent weekly Q&As, grew their live audience from maybe 20 people to over 300 in just a few months.
Wow.
And the kicker, it led to a 40% jump in DMs from potential clients.
That shows the real business impact, consistency and value.
Exactly. It's not just about numbers. It's about connection leading to results.
Really powerful. Okay, quickly then. Any common pitfalls or final best practices the sources flagged? Troubleshooting tips?
Tech issues are bound to happen eventually. The advice: stay calm. Maybe use humor if it fits. Have a basic backup, like knowing how to switch to your phone's hotspot.
And style-wise.
Be yourself. Authenticity wins on live. Don't overscript. Keep it conversational, approachable. Trolls. We covered that. Moderate, ignore, stay positive.
What about time?
Try to respect people's time. Start and end roughly when you said you would. And always listen to audience feedback for the next one. And one more thing on promotion. During the live, keep calls to action soft. Focus on providing value first. If you found this useful, give us a follow for more tips. Works better than a hard sell.
Okay, perfect. So let's try and boil all this down. Based on everything in these sources, what's the actionable blueprint someone can follow, like starting today?
Okay, step 1. Pick your topic and set a specific time.
Step 2. Promote it well in advance. Stories, feed, DMs, get the word out.
3. Map out your key points. Bullet points, remember? Maybe anticipate some questions.
4. Prep your tech. Lights, sound, internet, test, test, test.
5. Go live. Start warm. Welcome people. Set the scene quickly.
6. Interact constantly. Ask questions. Respond to comments. Use names.
7. Use the tools, polls, Q&A stickers, guest invites, pinned comments. Make it dynamic.
8. Wrap it up clearly. Summarize maybe, offer a next step or a soft call to action.
9. Save it, share it, trim highlights, and look at those insights.
And 10. Ask your audience what they want next time. Feedback is gold.
Exactly. That's the core loop.
So the challenge then, kind of distilled from the sources, is just do one. Schedule one Instagram Live this week.
Yeah, just try it. See how it feels.
Review it afterwards, see what worked, what didn't, and then experiment and iterate.
Because mastering this isn't really about being perfect right out of the gate. It's about showing up authentically. It's about experimenting, finding your groove, and just being consistent.
That's where the real connections happen, isn't it? In that
Yeah.
real-time space.
Yeah.
Trust gets built, and your profile stops being just a profile and starts feeling like a community.
For sure. And by preparing thoughtfully, really focusing on that interaction, using the features available, and then analyzing what happened, every single live can be a really potent connection point.
And like we touched on earlier, if you combine these deep engagement tactics with smart ways to amplify your reach initially, maybe exploring resources like rapidboost.net, just to get more eyeballs on your profile to begin with, that whole strategy can really help you level up your impact.
It all works together, building the audience, deepening the connection.
Definitely. So thinking about everything we've pulled from your sources today, here's maybe a final thought to chew on. If Instagram Live is where this authentic, real-time community building is really flourishing, what does that suggest about where online connection is heading? Is the most valuable engagement shifting away from the polished, perfect feed and more towards the messy, immediate, imperfect now?
That's a really interesting question. Definitely something to think about as you plan your own next live session.